has a female best friend. They've known each other since childhood. It didn't really bother me because I don't think of myself as a jealous person. And I mean, if they were into each other, why not date in the years before me? They text, call, and go out together a lot. I never had a problem with it because I haven't been starved of attention or anything. But she and her long-term boyfriend broke up. He went to comfort her and she admitted she always had feelings for him. I'm glad he told me, and I don't want to punish him for that. But they're with each other even more now than before. He says it's because she has more spare time since her breakup. He doesn't try to hide the fact he's texting or calling or going out to see her, so I'm not concerned about an affair. But why can't he create boundaries? Edit. When I asked him to, he told me they've been friends longer than he knew me, which is true. He says their friendship will not change just because she slipped up while heartbroken. I trust him, but I'm very uncomfortable with this. I tell friends or family, but I'd get a big "I told you so." Everybody told me it was sketchy he had a female best friend, but I just didn't see it. What do I do? Now for the top advice before reading the update. Have you asked him to create boundaries? He may still believe that you were just as unbothered as you were before this information came to light. He may not realize that you were now slightly more uncomfortable than you were. Oh my god, I can't believe I left that from the post. Yes, I did ask him to. His response I said in the post, he told me they've been friends longer than he knew me, which is true. He says their friendship will not change just because she slipped up while heartbroken. I trust him, but I'm very uncomfortable with this. So basically, his stance is that he just doesn't want to change anything, is going to pretend like this never happened. But I think some boundaries are necessary. She slipped up? It sounds to me like she settled because she missed her chance with her husband, but then got dumped and decided better late than ever. It could be that she just felt emotional and hurt and alone, and because of that started thinking, this guy's always been nice and here for me, that I keep picking a-holes instead. But he is married. Her confused feelings, reading this in the most benevolent way possible, do not change that fact. What he should be doing is, of course, expressing empathy to her. She is probably hurting pretty bad right now, and who wants to crap on their best friend with her already down? But he should also be saying something like, "Hey friend, I know you're hurting and I don't want to make things worse, but given what you told me about your feelings, it's not a good idea for us to talk so much or spend so much time together. I'm married. I can't return your feelings, and while I'm always there for you as a friend, we need some space for the time being. It's not going to be good for you to have me around all the time, and my wife comes first. Let's let things settle a little, and we can revisit in a few months." Or at the very least, just tell her he'll call once a day, or every other day, check in on how she's doing. But there can't be the constant conversations and visits anymore. If he refuses to do that, he can go be with her, and then have an emotional affair on her when the next damsel in distress shows up. Since he doesn't want to create boundaries, then you need to create some of your own. Explain to him that you aren't comfortable with this close friendship with her anymore, primarily because she admitted her feelings for him. Tell him that you were fine with her friendship before she spilled beans about her romantic interest in him. Tell him that their continued close friendship makes you insecure. It's important not to admit that, and that you think it's borderline an emotional affair. Tell him that this is a firm boundary for you, and you're not going to stay in a relationship with him if he disrespects your marriage like this. He's obviously going to balk about this boundary, but if it's important to you, then you need to stand firm. He has a choice to make. And now for the update. After I made that post, we had another talk where I asked him to make specific boundaries with her. And again, "You're jealous. She's just a friend." So I tried what a comment said. I told him those don't have to be your boundaries with her, but those are mine for you. I managed to get him down to no late night calls. Weekends are only for us, etc. He was dragging his feet, but he obliged, and he was honestly still a bit absent. Then a week later, his tone completely changed. He told me he realized how much he was hurting me, and the whole week was just going to be about the two of us. It didn't just last the week. He's become super attentive since then, us going out together, flirting like we're in our honeymoon, having the most passionate intimacy you could imagine. I was so caught up in the new him that I forgot about the problem. I'd forgotten I even made this post. Well, yesterday he decided to confess to me that the sudden change of heart was because he had slept with her. Not just that, but unprotected too. We've also been having unprotected acts. I'm such a freaking idiot. At least he's honest. Why did he tell me now, you ask? Because I deserve to know. All this goddamn time later? Thanks, a-hole. I told him he can have her. I don't care anymore. He told me he doesn't want her. Crazy how that works. Supposedly we're going to do marriage counseling. Anybody want to laugh at me for being such an idiot? Edit. Although it doesn't really make a difference, according to his story, it only happened once. I don't think I made it clear enough in a post. It happened right before he completely changed his attitude. He said hooking up with her was a wake-up call for him. Why are you even going to bother to maintain a marriage with this turd man? I don't know you, but you're better than this relationship. I don't even know anymore. I don't think I'm so much better than him at the end of the day, because I'm the dumbass who married him and trusted him. Even with me being annoyed about his female friend, we were still trying to conceive. That's how much I convinced myself she was just a friend. And now that he slept with her, he doesn't want her anymore? A-hole. Thank you, though. I'm the dumbass who married him and trusted him. This mistake can be corrected with a lawyer. I regret that I have but one upvote to give this post. Hope you are not a dumbass. You were trusting the man you believed would respect your boundaries and not be a prick. He failed you. Please prioritize your self-care. Go get tested. Get a consult with a divorce lawyer. Look into some therapy if you think it might be helpful. You may have access to short-term care on a fairly rapid basis via your workplace employee assistance plan, if applicable, and they might have a referral service for both lawyers and therapists. Definitely consider some very good quality ice cream, or indulgent snack food of choice, or whatever you use for a little pick-me-up. This sort of news would have me face first in a carton of Häagen-Dazs up to my earlobes, so do something to be kind to yourself, is my point. Then dust yourself off and remember that you are worth 1,000 of him, and keep moving forward, one step at a time. Lean on your friends and family, and please feel free to update us or vent if you'd like to. Wishing you the best. You're not an idiot for wanting to trust the one you love, and wanting to feel loved in return. He is the idiot for ruining it. I hope you find happiness you deserve. Don't even bother with him. He gaslit you to think you were jealous. Him being more attentive was him trying to make up for having an affair. And even after this affair, did he still have contact with her? Has she been blocked from everything by him? Is he still friends with her? Though for your sake, whether you do marriage counseling or not, get proof that he cheated with her. Let me go through his phone after. They didn't text at all, but I do have them talking about what happened. He did say it couldn't happen again at least. Afterwards, not as many texts besides them checking on each other. They called a lot though. There were a lot of personal conversations between the two of them that he should have been telling me. Him talking about his dreams, issues with his family, etc. I have to wonder if there's something wrong with me. I've always told him he can tell me anything, that I'd always be there at any time if he ever needed anything. But no. He told me after he felt more comfortable with her because I seemed so strong, so he didn't want to appear weak to me. She was heartbroken from her breakup and had a broken bird appeal. I could have been strong for him, but apparently he didn't want that. He's not still friends with her, but he hasn't blocked her in anything. If we're staying together, I should tell him to though. I haven't been thinking productively, just he's a bastard on loop. If I saw him again, I think I would just black out. I'm so upset still. Next story. Girlfriend's ex is spending the night and I feel betrayed. To give context, my 23 male, girlfriend 21 female, and I have been dating for a few months. Long distance for the short time being. I'll be back home with her in just a few weeks. My girlfriend and her ex broke up just before we met due to them becoming long distance. Are still friends, which I'm mostly fine with. Thing is, he's visiting our hometown soon, and he wants to surprise his family. He asked my girlfriend if he could spend the night at her house because he'll be getting home late and doesn't have a key. She, without consulting me or even thinking about how I would feel about it, said yes and told me after the fact. I got extremely upset and said this was a complete break in boundaries. She said it was well within her boundaries. We've been arguing about it for a couple weeks now on and off. He's getting in town tomorrow and she's done absolutely nothing to fix it. She won't even tell him that she's dating me on the basis that it's none of his business. I feel like everything we've built was completely messed up just by this one thing. I'm at loss as to what to do. Now for the top advice. She shows you and your boundaries zero respect. Dump her. Dump her like yesterday's trash. Imagine if hotels existed. You are so right. And all of this sounds shady too. The fact that she does not want her ex to know that she's dating Opie is a massive red flag. Dump her. Even if she's completely over the ex and nothing will happen, she blatantly disrespected your relationship and your boundaries. You deserve better. This isn't just the right answer, it's the only healthy answer. The boundary crossing is what's important here, because no matter what it is down the road, she'll cross it. Lol, why are you even arguing about this? The fact that you're even entertaining this shows some insufficient level of self-respect. Sounds like me when I was his age, and I thought I had to fight for every girl I was dating, even if they did brain-dead stupid bullcrap like this. Then I grew up and realized I could just walk away from a relationship if it's going this way. Take the advice, OP. You can end the relationship. You aren't contractually obligated to put yourself through hell for some girl. Edit. I genuinely appreciate everyone who commented and gave me their support. It has been eye-opening, as it's extremely easy to be blinded by love and / infatuation. I've decided it's definitely time to cut it off. No changes were made, so I won't be tolerating someone who doesn't respect my boundaries. Thank you all so much. Now for the next story. Am I the a-hole for denying girlfriend's friend, 28 male, to live with us? I, 27 male, work as a police officer. It's a wonderful job, but can be stressful at times. I recently bought a nice apartment that's 3 bedrooms and 2.5 baths. My girlfriend, 26 female of 3 years, moved in with me and it's been great. She does split the rent and the cooking / cleaning. My nephew frequently stays with us as the apartment is closer to a school. My girlfriend is very close to one friend, 28 male. He does not like me at all. I've tried to be nice to him, but stopped when he told my girlfriend at a dinner party she could do a lot better than me. She laughed it off and told him to knock it off. Some of her friends think he has a crush on her, but she's made it clear she only likes him as a friend. On to the issue. The same friend recently got evicted from his apartment because he was having trouble paying the rent on time, and he has been living with friends and family since. I got home from a long shift, and my girlfriend was showing the apartment around to her friend group. When the friends left, she wanted to speak to me. We sat down, and she asked if it would be okay if her friend could move into the 3rd bedroom. I thought about it, and told her no. She then proceeded to tell me that she already told him it was okay. That started a huge argument between the two of us, and she left to stay with her parents. My stand on it is that her friend does not like me, is not offering to pay any rent, and I don't want to make my nephew uncomfortable when he stays with us. Am I the a-hole for denying my girlfriend's friend to live with us? Not the a-hole, but your girlfriend is. She is seriously inviting someone who clearly dislikes you and disrespected you with that comment at the dinner party to live rent-free in an apartment you own without even speaking to you? Yikes. There are loads of red flags here, but what bothers me most is her inviting him to live with you without your knowledge, and then leaving you after an argument that should have been a mature discussion between you both about finding a freeloader, roommate, for the 3rd bedroom. At best, she likes the attention this friend gives her. At worst, well, you already know. Not they all will be, and don't let this guy move in when he already doesn't respect you. If someone says you could do so much better, they always mean themselves. It is so disrespectful of girlfriend to offer this guy the room. You can't tell me as if she doesn't know that he wants her. Maybe they were FWB all this time. If someone says you could do so much better, they always mean themselves. Not always. I say this to my mother about her verbally and emotionally horrible boyfriend, and I definitely don't mean me. Not stay home. Red flag. Moving in anyone is a huge thing, let alone a hostile dude who is romantically interested in her. And who is she to tell him okay? Not her place. Let's not forget that when she didn't get her way, she ran home to mommy daddy. This is probably going to be her MO. Not stay home. Your girlfriend was wrong to 1. Not consider how uncomfortable it would be for you to live with someone you don't get along with. 2. Not ask you first. And 3. Not give any deference to the fact that you own the apartment and she just rents. If you moved in, it would only end badly. Better to have the argument now. Finally, laughing out loud at a homeless guy telling your girlfriend she can do better than you. Last story is titled, Family Suddenly Against Me, 27 male, not wanting anything to do with my ex and baby after finding out I'm not the father. All of it came out a while back. My now ex-girlfriend had a baby girl 3 months ago, and recently I learned I'm not the biological father, and kicked my ex out of my place. Told her I never want to see her again. We had a few issues recently, and today, I'm told by my parents and sisters that they don't agree with my not wanting anything to do with the baby, because she's still my daughter. They were fully supportive of me since this all came out, and suddenly because my ex is online over another issue we had, and now how I'm abandoning a baby girl I still bonded with, they feel that they agree with her. Honestly, I feel so betrayed by this. Like I said, literally a few weeks ago, they were fully supportive of me. Now they want to make me play daddy to a baby that isn't mine with all the pain I'm still experiencing. What do I even do about that? Because now it seems like they have a pretty strong opinion about it. If you're not the biological father, you quite literally have zero responsibility. Why would anyone expect you to take care of her or her child when you found out she cheated on you anyways? They should be ranting on the real father instead of you. Why would anyone expect you to take care of her or her child when you found out she cheated on you anyways? Because the ex is stirring stuff up online. You're an adult. Do what's right for you. Your parents and sisters have no say in this. They're most likely projecting their disappointment of having a baby in the family onto you. Stay the course and don't let them make you second-guess your choice. Exactly. They don't care about Opie. They care about how they might be losing a grandchild, so they're trying to force Opie to be okay with getting cheated on. Please, the baby is 3 months old. She hasn't bonded with you in any meaningful way. If you stick around and play dad any longer, you would be the a-hole. You did the right thing. Get as far as possible away from this woman. She tried to trick you. Shame on her. Don't go back and forth. I don't care how much you miss your ex. She needs to start fresh with honesty with someone else. And you do too. You'll always harbor resentment, and this will spill into your relationship with the child.